trouble for that one, do you?
Maybe not. Maybe not. They may not hit us with a copyright claim on that one.
From who?
That was Faith No More. That's the end of Epic. End of the song Epic.
The end of the song Epic.
Such a good song.
Mike Patton. And the rest of the No Mores.
Shout out to Mike Patton. Hey everybody, welcome back to Great Measures. My name is Richard. This is Judson.
Great Measures.
We're gonna do the Dillinger escape plan today.
Gonna do the Dillinger escape plan.
Song called Milk Lizard.
Milk Lizard. All right then.
Yep.
Don't know nothing about it, dog.
Ready to roll?
Maybe a little bit. Maybe I know a little bit about it, but not really anything. Yeah, I'm ready.
Let's do it. All right, this is Milk Lizard by the Dillinger Escape Plan.
Yeah, it is.
Ready?
Proceed, Richard.
If you wanna cry, just don't do it alone.
What do you think, Richard, about that song?
I'm a big fan of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, the Dillinger Escape Plan is a band that I just recently, within the last year or so, started to get into.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I'm still not deeply versed in their catalog at all, but what I've heard, I don't know, what I've heard from them so far, I really, really enjoy. I don't have an excuse for why I didn't, or a reason why I didn't ever really get into them. I just didn't. They just never.
You never have an excuse, but you always say that as if you are required to have listened to all music. Because you always say, I'm so ashamed that we haven't done this. Or
I mean, I kind of put some pressure on myself with that, though.
Well, there's a lot of music out there, man.
There is.
Don't feel bad for not having listened to all of it.
You care to guess when this song came out?
1997.
No.
No. 2000s? Mm-hmm. 2008.
Almost, 2007. It's from an album called Ire Works, I-R-E Works. What are your thoughts?
I really like this band. What I've heard of them so far.
The two songs you heard so far.
Two songs I've heard so far that have been madly different.
43% Burnt and Milk Lizard.
Yeah, this song is about the nookie.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
That's the way I interpret it.
I mean, I'd be hard pressed to.
It's not a Limp Bizkit cover, but.
Well, I was trying to link together some metal, and our commentarily.
Sure.
The guitar works so good, and I'm a sucker for, the drum. Snare. If a well-placed snare is like a flower in a blooming field or something, dude. It's just out there without anything else, and then a guitar coming in, that's so cool. To me, that's just the beginning of a hang on for a thrill ride, song.
Yeah.
So I really like that they do that, and then they also incorporate. That which sounds like that's all somebody was doing at that one point with the piano. And then you hear the piano again and it's playing something in another part. But the guitar work I think is so cool because there are other noises going on.
Sure.
Just chaos noises. And I love chaos noise. I just love dissonance, and feedback and they do, coming into the song, they do that. There's this noise that kind of accompanies it. I was kind of telling you, there's some guitar was doing some weird chord that was just kind of in there, and then there's some other parts where it's just at that break where they do a little silent break and it just goes and then kind of. I love that. Yeah, that's so cool because you think something else is gonna. Your mind is set up for this something formulaic. That'll happen in that point, a drum fill or something. Yeah. But it builds up with this just noise. Yeah. But then also they're so technical, or they're so good. It's just so skilled that just in little moments they'll go. Yeah. In these little moments. That are hard to for you to pick up on until you're really adamantly listening. It becomes so much more impressive to me. And this song is just, compared to the other song that we listened to, it's sort of formulaic. And I say this slightly, child's play. Compared to
43% Burnt.
Yeah. It's just more accessible, I guess. Where it seems that way upon first listen if you're just kind of listening to it as a whole, but when you start to listen to it a little deeper, you start to hear the intricacies of this song as well, and then you realize they're on the same level, I guess. I like this band. I'm not saying anything about something they should be doing, or that's not what I meant by, one song seems more complex than the other. I think they both have they're both complexly related. Yeah. That's kind of, I made reference when we did 43% Burnt. I was like, the next song I'm going to show you is pretty far reach and a pretty good detachment from that one. It still has its chaotic moments that they're known for,
But even that chorus is so hooky, so catchy.
The vocals are great in this song.
Yeah, yeah.
I really like these kinds of that sound of screaming, sort of, you know. I guess that band, is it Jet?
Yeah.
That kind of
Sure.
vocal. I just like that.
Yeah, I can see that.
I like that, and that's sort of that. This is a little more diverse, obviously. This guy singing, he sings. He has the there is an early 2000s sound in the chorus. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But then he's just hollering, but it's tonal. He's got melody in his screaming.
Yeah.
Which it just fills up all my bones, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Pun intended, because the song is about boning. It is. But I like how he says some of it, she comes to me or comes on me like a disease or something, which is just all encompassing and just takes over your entire body.
Yeah.
Sounds, disease is an interesting word to use there, but it makes sense because of what a disease does. It consumes you.
Sure.
And uses word like being my hell and teeth, and it's not a soft Kenny G type soothing romantic song.
No. Mm-mm.
But it's more, let's get it done. We're doing business.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
Serious business.
yeah.
Get
Down to
ready.
business.
Dirty.
It's even this may sound crazy, but even the beat and the riff and all that has a bit of an animalistic / sexual feel to it.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, the song is really, animalistic. I like that. I mean, even the time change, when they go to the tempo change, the doom that and I guess would be just a pre-chorus or a break from the verses, obviously. But it's very, I get animalistic.
And what I'm saying
carnal.
is like that opening, that very opening section where the snare is just, it's got like a hips, you can kind of throw your hips to it, or you know what I mean?
I hear you, man.
Okay.
I hear you. Tone it down for the kids, though. It's like you're Elvis up there swinging them. You got to be careful, man. People will get banned forever. No, you're right though. It's gyrating. I'll say that. You think?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you never.
Why wouldn't you be able to say that?
You never know, man.
YouTube's coming after us.
There's a swing to it.
Yeah.
There's a swing to it. I like that, and I think you're right. I love this band. From what I mean, if I can say that from the two songs, if these two songs are sort of exemplary of a wide range of what they do, these two sit in different spots, but if they kind of have a territory around them where they operate in and out of those formulas, then I like them.
Okay. Yeah.
Milk Lizard. I'm on board, man.
Fireworks.
Cool. Dillinger. How many people? Do you know how many people are in this band?
Not a clue.
There's got to be 2 guitar players.
No idea.
All right. Well,
like I said, I got to do more research on them.
We're both listening for the first time in some ways here, folks. You know what I mean?
I mean, I've heard this one, but
you've heard the song, but we still keep we don't do tons and tons of research into. We're both new to something about all the music.
I'm
that we're
on a
listening
journey
to.
with this just as much as you are.
Yeah.
I've referenced that in the past with certain bands that I just never gave a chance, and this was one of those bands. I just, for whatever reason, I never said, "Oh, I'm not listening to that." It was just it was just never a thing for me.
Yeah. Well, I really like the name of the band.
And for that reason, I'm an idiot.
No, I really like the name of the band because The Dillinger escape plan, like Dillinger escaped capture a few times, I think, and he was such a celebrity. You gotta do some research on John Dillinger, but such a celebrity. When he was in jail, the cops, I think he was signing autographs to the cops and stuff.
Wow.
Because this is back when gangsters were popular, cool. And they may have just let him walk out the jail. I think that there's stories of him, somebody slipped a gun in and he was breaking out and he was like, see you later, or he didn't hurt people. He was a kind dude.
Yeah.
I think he did kill people, but he wasn't brutal. He wasn't going around
killing for the sake of killing.
Yeah. And he ended up getting caught because he was walking to the movies. He was just out in public just because nobody bothered John Dillinger. So it's interesting. I wonder what the name has to do sort of with the plan, because it's not as if it was an intricately, he was sort of aided in a way. But I really like the word escape. I like the word Dillinger. It just kind of flows really well. Being a longer name, and it's the Dillinger escape plan, right? Yeah, some people don't make very good use of the word the. A lot of things are the, and whether or not you drop it or use it. But anyway, yeah, man, I dig it. It's good. It's Milk Lizard, good.
Cool.
Rated R music for the hips.
Thanks for watching, everybody. We are Great Measures. My name is Richard. This is Judson. That was Milk Lizard.
Great Measures.
What does that say?
Paul Cezanne is an artist.
By the Dillinger Escape Plan. Have a wonderful day, everybody.